Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome to SunshinehazeCo. I'm Aja A. This is actually your monthly tarot reading. The video looks a little different because it's nice outside, or it was when I first set out here a couple hours ago. The wind is blowing out and the sun is behind some trees, so I'm a little chilly, but I got a cardigan, which is why I got on hella stripes. My hair looks crazy, but I still wanted to get your messages out to you before the sun goes down, and also you guys are my last video, so there's also that. But with that being said, this video is for Aries, Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising. If you feel like what I'm saying isn't resonating with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign, which I do have linked down below in the description box, okay? This is going to be the typical 4-card spread. Looking at the energy coming in for you guys during the month of May, any challenges or obstacles that you might be facing. Because we're dealing with Taurus energy for most of the month, you got a flyer coming out here. You've got Loyal Heart popping out of the deck as I'm shuffling for you. So that does just tell me that Aries, whatever it is that you've been working on, especially if you've been feeling like, especially with this COVID-19 shit happening and everybody been having these obstacles kind of pop up for them, especially if you feel like it's been a little bit of a roadblock put in place for you, still devote yourself to it, still try to make things work. And that's the only message that I have with that. But with that being said, energy coming in for you, challenges or obstacles you might be facing with the Taurus energy, looking at where you need to devote a little bit of practical energy, make it make sense, and then implement that in the physical. And as always, a soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this spread. You've also got Imagine flying out of the deck, Aries, and with this Imagine card, I feel like that has to do with manifestation, and it has to do with your thoughts. I really pick up on the sense that there's something that you wanted to do or something that you're trying to work on, and you've been really feeling like you just haven't had the resources or haven't had the time or haven't been able to get out there and do it. With the Imagine card coming out, with that manifestation energy coming out, I think it's very important that you shift your thought process. Come away from the lack mentality, come away from I don't have what I want, I don't have what I need, and shift more into, okay, I may be in the space to where I don't physically have what I need, I can't go out and do what I need to do, but this is what I want to do, and when the time is right, in divine timing, everything that I need, everything that I want will play out the way that it needs to. Shift the way that you think about things. Imagine, okay? Okay, Aries. What else is flying out? You've got clean it up. That's just further confirmation. Clean up that lack mentality. There's not anything that you don't need to devote negative energy to the things that you want to see play out. The way that you think about things is the way that they play out in the physical. So if you're thinking about things like, oh, I don't have this, it's not going to happen, well, guess what's going to happen in the physical? It's either not going to happen, or it's not going to play out exactly how you wanted it to be. It's not going to be as abundant as it could have been, because you're devoting, like I said, this lack mentality to the things that you'd like to see happen. And you just had a little bunny run across here. Bunnies carry this message. They carry a message of abundance, and they carry a message of positive energy. There's literally a bunny rabbit right over there. I'm sitting in the park. So that's just confirmation, you know. Be positive in your thoughts. Be positive in the way that you speak about the things that you want to see play out for yourself, okay? So I'm going to try to shuffle this deck. With this deck, we're going to pull the energy for the month of May coming up for you. So I really don't want any more flyers because I want to get started on your reading. Little bunny is cute. He is just chilling. He's cute. That's actually, I think that's actually a girl. She's cute. Energy for Aries during the month of May. You've got a leg up, and I'm going to pull your next 2 cards to gain a little bit of clarification on what that means for you guys during this next month. With this deck, we're going to be looking at the challenges or obstacles that you might be facing during the month of May, and also looking at, like I said earlier, where you need to tap into some Taurus energy, some practicality, make it make sense, and devote it not devoted, make it make sense and implement it in the physical, okay? All right, so you've got a leg up for your energy. You've got the Five of Wands, which is one of my all shit cards, and I'll just be very honest now. I keep it very real in my readings. If you're not into keeping it 100, I suggest clicking out of the video now. You don't have a bad spread, but I have some messages for you with this card. And you then have the Father of Wands, the King of Wands, in the space of where you need to devote a little bit of this bunny is really chilling. She's over there just eating grass. Where you need to devote a little bit of practical energy and make it make sense, and then implement that in the physical. So you've got a leg up here, which tells me that Aries, you've been doing work, you've been putting in work, you've been doing research, you've been making moves, whatever it is that you've been trying to do, you have been actively working on it. You may have come into a little bit of a blockage, and that could be by way of the coronavirus pandemic, it could be by way of where you are physically, it could be by way of a situation or a relationship that you're in, or it could just be by way of not having what you need to make things happen. But you have the knowledge, and you have possibly the business plan, you have, you know, the ideas, you have what you need as far as the mental goes, is what I feel like. But I get this sense that in the physical, you're not really in a space to where you can make this happen right now in this current time. Keep in mind that everything happens in divine timing. So if you feel like you're being blocked from doing something right now is maybe not necessarily the time that you need to be doing it. If you made a move and now it seems like everything has gone crazy, well, guess what, Aries? You guys are cardinal and you're cardinal fire, so sometimes you tend to do impulsive shit, and you find yourself in spaces to where you're like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have done that because I wasn't necessarily ready for this situation. I wasn't necessarily ready to be here. I wasn't necessarily ready to be doing this, to be dealing with this person, to be in this space, to be in this place. But now you find yourself here. But with that being said, you do have the knowledge that you need to move forward and to get to where you need to be. That's what this leg up energy is coming with. And it also comes with the energy of the number 34, which breaks down to the number 7. The number 7 is all about truth, philosophy, and divinity. So there may be some realizations, some epiphanies happening for you this month. You may be finding out some things that you maybe not necessarily ready to hear, or necessarily ready to know, or necessarily ready to accept, but whatever it is that comes in for you, you have a leg up, you have the knowledge to move forward, you have the ability to at least start planning, so when it is time for you to actually use that cardinal Aries energy, that cardinal fire energy in a positive way, you'll be prepared for it, okay? You've got the Five of Wands crossing you as your obstacle for the month of May. As I said, this is one of my all shit cards, but this is lighter. This is one of the lighter all shit cards. This is a fire card, and this is all about action. So this card popping up here in this position does tell me, Aries, that you maybe have been trying to do a little bit too much. I get the sense, like I said, you guys are cardinal. You're cardinal fire, and sometimes you tend to be impulsive. You tend to do shit that you maybe thought that you had planned out, but you didn't necessarily get all of your ducks in a row, get everything squared away like you should have. So with this card being your crossing energy, especially into the position in regards to a leg up being what you're supposed to be tapping into for this month, I get the sense that, Aries, you may have done something that you were not necessarily ready for. And now you may find yourself in a place to where because you're in this position, you're like, okay, I need to do this, 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 and I need to do this. That's too much. You're spreading your energy too thin. You're devoting your energy to too many things. Normally, I talk about turning these cards into upright positions, but you don't need to have all this scattered energy in regards to what you've got going on. So what you actually need to do is put out a couple of these fires. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, Aries, you need to start prioritizing. What's the most important? Okay, start devoting your energy to that. Is there something that you can do while you're devoting your energy to what's the most important without taking away too much energy, without spreading yourself too thin? If the answer is yes, then devote a little bit of energy to that. If the answer is no, then don't worry about it. Work on what you need to work on right now. The Five of Wands is not an energy that you need to be carrying around, especially when you have the knowledge that you need to do whatever it is that has to be done, Aries. So figure out what's the most important thing right now and take what you know, take what you got, take what you've learned already, and devote your energy into that right now. And then once you get that squared away, then you can start tackling the other things that you want to put your energy into, okay? And just further confirming that, you've got the Father of Wands, the King of Wands coming up in the position of what you need to make, what you need to put some practical energy into and make sense in the physical. The Father of Wands is the King of Wands. The King of Wands closes out the suit for that element. The Wands is the fire suit. This is all about action. We were just talking about the Five of Wands here. You're doing too much. You're putting your energy into too many things, Aries. The King of Wands is somebody that understands where he needs to devote his energy, what type of energy needs to go where, how much energy needs to go into what, and how to actually make the moves in a successful way to where these things turn out to how they need to play out, right? So for you, what you need to make sense, you need to come up with a plan. We're in Taurus. We're in the month of May dealing with Taurus energy. Taurus is earth energy. Taurus is all about practicality. Taurus likes to put plans in place, makes moves on them, see an abundant return so that they can chill and be kicking it and be living the most indulgent life, right? So you need to figure out what is the most important thing to be making moves on right now, and you need to devote your energy to that, okay, Aries? That's the most important thing to worry about right now. You don't need to worry about love and your business and your secondary business and your friendships and your makeover. Random things. How about you just worry about the makeover? And then while you're worrying about the makeover, maybe you can worry about your business and knock those two things out the park. Then you can start tapping into love a little bit and your secondary business now. And then you can get into the other things, you know, just one thing at a time, Aries. And then maybe a little bit of another thing while you're working on the one thing, if it seems logical to do so. Remember, the Father of Wands, the King of Wands, has sense when it comes to the shit that he's doing, okay? Now, let's pull your last card for this spread, which is going to be your soul message, just something extra for you to take away with you from this reading for the month of May. What is the soul message for Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising? Soul message for Aries is the sleeping man, unconscious, 31, 4. 4 is all about manifesting and manifesting in a way that makes sense so that you're really planting the seeds for your future in the way that you want to see things play out. The sleeping man carries this energy of the unconscious, which is telling me that you need to literally like take a nap, Aries. You need to chill out. This Five of Wands energy, like I said, is not something that you want to be dealing with. You have a leg up, you have the knowledge, so you need to take a break to tap into that knowledge so you can get a grip and figure out how to make the moves that you need to make in regards to the things that you actually need to make moves on, okay? This is just telling me, Aries, again, that you're doing a little bit too much. You're putting your energy into way too many things, and you need to take a little bit of a break. And, you know, people give you guys this negative connotation of being selfish, and you can be when you're resonating or operating within your shadow side. However, it is okay to be selfish. Oh, no, my card flew away. I'll have to get that in a second. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's completely cool to work on yourself, to do things for yourself in order to get yourself in alignment, get yourself into the place, in the space that you need to be in order to do all the things that you want to do. And the Five of Wands flew away, so literally confirmation that you're just doing a little bit too much and you need to devote your energy into the things that really need it right now, okay? Doing that did not help my hair in the least. I'm just out here looking wild. The wind got me looking crazy. The Five of Wands got me out here looking like the Five of Wands. But that is your spread, Aries. I hope that it found you well. If you feel like you need your own personal reading, feel free to book one with me. I've got my Etsy shop link down below. I got hella videos that I like you guys to watch. The Taurus new moon video is up. We'll be dealing with that energy for the next month. I also have the May Pick a Card spread up as well. And we are currently in the retrograde cluster, as I like to call it. So I do have a link to the 2020 retrograde series with the current retrograde videos in that playlist. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are all my shameless plugs. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.